Nonetheless, I can back up my own knowledge with actual reporting at the time from news organizations. Quite a bit of that reporting has been my own. After each chapter in the print and ebook versions of this book, I note accounts that I either referenced or used to double-check my memory. They're listed in roughly the order they show up in the chapter, though some are used more than once, obviously. I also did a lot of interviews for this. In a few cases, I agreed to keep people's identity out of the story because it makes a lot of people nervous in various ways, legally, reputationally, etc. See more details about interviews in the notes. Many comments in the story come from Twitter. A lot of crypto culture, discourse, decision-making, and even deal-making happens on Twitter. That's the way we live now. The addresses of all the tweets are shown in the chapter notes, found in the print and ebook versions of this book. Similarly, when I've had to use the Internet Archive for sources, the full address is given. In general, I've left Internet speak as is, unless I really felt like listeners wouldn't get, for example, an abbreviation. In those cases, I spelled it out or added a footnote. I also fixed some obvious misspellings in comments found online. In quotes, I've removed filler words such as like and pointless repetition that bought the speaker time to think. Sometimes such words, especially like, seemed more important than other times, as if there were some meaning there. This has been subjective, but the essential meanings of the statements has been unchanged by including them or erasing them. This book uses the complaints from the Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission extensively. Less so the Department of Justice indictment, because it said the least, though probably matters the most. It's important to note here that these are all still allegations. Evidence hasn't been presented, and a court hasn't weighed in. Complaints aren't always right, and evidence can come to light that clears defendants. But these complaints in many ways support the account of prior sources. However, SBF and his colleagues are all innocent until proven guilty. Everything presented here that seems inappropriate or criminal should be considered allegations. There is a lot that no one seems to know yet. And crucially, this book isn't an attempt at a trial in prose. The courts will decide what they decide, undoubtedly concerning a narrow set of questions. Storytelling considers broad questions to help us all grow our understanding of how humans relate, coordinate, and resolve disputes in an ever more abstracted world. Much of this book concerns cryptocurrency, which raises perennial questions of style. The standards around how to write out the names of cryptocurrencies are still being debated. To me, cryptocurrency is money. So when I'm talking about tokens or coins as money, I write them lowercase, just as I would any currency. Bitcoins and Dogecoins are treated just as I would dollars or euros. Cryptocurrencies all have ticker symbols like stocks do. So on first mention, I will write the names and the ticker in parentheses, such as Ether, ETH, DAI, DAI, Terra USD, UST. All cryptocurrencies run on a blockchain or protocol of some kind. So when I'm referring to the blockchain or smart contract itself, I will use uppercase: Solana, SushiSwap, Yearn, Ethereum. Sometimes the name of the protocol and the token are the same, so this should help show the different sense being used. Example, Bitcoin capitalized, the blockchain, versus Bitcoin lowercase, the asset that makes that blockchain work. Inevitably, these things become muddled in places. The way to write clearly and consistently about cryptocurrency remains a work in progress. As I wrote this entire book, I was waiting to actually speak with SBF. Every day I worked on it, I became more and more convinced that his guilty plea was inevitable, that the evidence was too overwhelming. The day of my deadline to Wiley, December 30th, 2022, I'd completed what I thought was my final draft of the book.